Hey guys, my name is Jenn Carrasco. I am a serial entrepreneur, founder of many six-figure businesses. I am also a skincare creator, an IFBB pro athlete that is extremely passionate about helping entrepreneurs grow their business and, most importantly, helping you and everybody else to own their shit. Welcome to Own Your Shit, the podcast. This is the show where we stop the comparison cycle, we eliminate the need for a secret sauce, and realize that the faster we own the way we stand in our own way, the faster and shorter the route is to creating that life we all crave. So, with that being said, now let's own your own shit. Hey guys, welcome to Own Your Shit podcast with Jenn Carrasco. And if you checked out 2 weeks ago, I had this amazing Dr. Nicole on. And so today we're actually going to be doing some breath work together. So I'm really excited. We are going to really initiate and inspire and teach people. And I have a feeling we're going to be doing a couple fun things like this eventually coming down the road. So Nicole, Dr. Nicole, I will let you take over and go from there.
Sure. So I deal in what's considered therapeutic breathwork, meaning that we use breath and particular patterns of breathing to get into your body somatically, meaning to release blockages or old memories, any trauma. We also, any limiting beliefs you might have, we can somatically get into the body, meaning we don't have to tell a story or use words. We just use the breath to kind of move it out or to create an increase of what we consider prana or vital energy, life force, to replace the thing that's keeping you stuck or stagnant. So we can use breath work for anything, any issue that you might have, we have a breath for it. But we also deal in something, when we do breath work, we bring our hands into certain positions and they're called mudras, right? A mudra is a lock or a seal. And it's based in the kind of science behind Chinese medicine, where there's a meridian point, an energy point in your hands for every organ in your body, every emotion in your body, and every path that the brain has linked to your body. So we put our hands in specific configurations in order to also amplify the healing effect of the breath or to work on a part of the body that we want to focus on. So
nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. So I thought we would do a little breath practice based around getting out stress out of the body and any stress that we're holding on to or any worry, anything that's fear-based. And then we can work on, at the end, I thought we'll work on some physical stuff, like physical conditions or organs that most people are generally concerned about. I know you're dealing in metabolism, so teach you a couple breath exercises to boost your metabolism, nice. Especially as you get older and you're dealing with hormonal issues. So sounds good?
Awesome.
All right. So first thing, we have to kind of let your body know that we're going to do this. So we bring our hands together and we just rub our palms vigorously. And what that does is it starts to create an increase of what we call prana, which is life force in the body, because you're stimulating all of the meridian points in your hands. And so then you're going to bring your hands on your knees with the palms facing up. And then you relax your shoulders down from the ears and then close your eyes gently. You take a deep inhale through the nose and you exhale with the sound ha. And again, inhale, exhale ha. And one more, inhale, exhale ha. And then just for about 10 seconds, we're just going to keep our eyes closed and start to breathe through the nose. Nice deep breaths. And as you inhale, mentally say to yourself, I am healthy. And as you exhale, mentally say to yourself, I am happy. I am healthy. I am happy. And then take a deep inhale, filling up as much as you can. Fill the belly, the chest, and the throat. Hold the breath and smile. Exhale. Again, inhale deeply, fill all the way up, belly, chest, throat. Suspend the breath and smile. Exhale. And one last time, inhale deeply, fill all the way up, moving that breath from the belly to the chest to the throat, and holding the breath and smile. Exhale. Good. Now we inhale, and as we do, we raise our arms up overhead. Hold the breath, smile as big as you can, but shake the hands vigorously. And then keep shaking, but exhale. And then inhale, reach up overhead. Hold the breath, smile. And then when I say exhale, we bust out laughing for no apparent reason. Exhale. Good. And then we just shake the hands down. A little bit about that. So we kind of get ourselves prepared for this, like, it's a very deep moving of energy when we start to do the breath work. So what we're trying to do in the beginning with all of that is to quiet our mind as much as we can, which isn't a lot for some of us, but also to allow our body to take a few deep breaths, because maybe we haven't done that all day, to get a little more oxygen into the brain as we start. And then we hold our breath and smile, because the brain can't tell the difference between a genuine smile and a fake one. All it knows is that when the corners of the mouth go up, a signal is sent to the brain, and the brain says, well, she must be happy because the corners go up. So what happens is it automatically releases serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine into the body, which are happiness hormones or mood elevating hormones. And so if we're a person that's very stressed, we can simply shift out of it by smiling. And then same thing with the laughter on purpose. And when we laugh, it spreads that energy through the body. And so the serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine get in the bloodstream quicker when we actually laugh out loud. So there's a little science behind that.
You know that.
Yeah. So, and then anytime our arms are up overhead and your elbow is at your ear or above your ear, you're detoxifying and draining your lymphatic system, right? Which keeps us healthy. So we're working on our immune system. Okay. So the first breath that we'll do, we're going to take your elbows in towards the sides of the body, and we're going to twist. We're going to inhale as you twist to your left, and then exhale as you twist to your right. And the breath is through the nose, and it's continuous. And we generally use very specific music that is recorded with compositions that are based in what's called the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio, which are considered healing pieces of music. So the music is working as well, trying to change the frequency of our energy and the vibration of the energy within the body. So we're just kind of like, again, doubling up, right? Breath and rhythm and harmony. So we use external harmony to internally harmonize ourselves. So as we twist on the inhale, as you twist to the left, you're closing your hands into a fist. And then as you exhale, you're opening your hands to the right. Right. So I'm going to try and turn this up. Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Okay. So we're going to keep the rhythm so it looks like this. Okay. Now twist only as much as your spine will allow you to, where it's comfortable. A couple of things are happening here. We're massaging the heart. It's a detox on the lungs. It's a detox on the kidneys and the liver and the digestive system. Okay. And it increases the flow of cerebral spinal fluid to the brain, which gives us more mental clarity. When you put your thumb in and make a fist, you're activating your willpower. Okay, so it's a mudra for willpower when you open and close your hand around your fist with your thumb in. All right, so if the pace is too fast, you'll just slow it down, whatever works for you.
Okay.
So on the count of 8, we'll start. We'll see. We normally do it for 3 minutes, but we'll see how it feels. 5, 6, 7, 8. In, X, 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 in, X. Good. In, X, in, X, in, X, in, X. Good. We've got 30 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You come back to the center. Open up the hand. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Fill all the way up. Hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more. Hold the breath. Smile. Exhale. Good. Inhale up. And then as you exhale, shake your hands all the way down. Good. You feel okay?
I do.
Okay. Good. All right. Great. So that just increases the flow of, we do that so that we increase the flow of cerebral spinal fluid and so that our mind gets clear. So it's a good exercise to do if you've had anything happen during the day that you're ruminating over and that you can't quite let go of. It's a good thing to twist. It's also a really good exercise because in Chinese medicine, in spirituality, from about right above your belly button to right below your hips, we call this the garbage pail of your emotions. And so anything that's emotionally heavy or that we hold on to is generally through here, which is why we either lose weight or gain weight when we're stressed out, like it's one or the other. This is what we call the garbage pail. So as we're twisting, we're also working out emotion out of the body without having to name it or kind of do any digging. It's kind of getting into what we call the root chakra, which is the base of the spine, which is where our security issues, safety, money, anything that's financial, all of that stability kind of lives at the base of the spine. And so if we have any issue with that, it kind of starts to move it out as we twist.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it makes complete sense because even like when I talk about it in metabolism, I actually talk about what causes this type, which is exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So every organ holds an emotion, right? Every organ holds on to a specific emotion, any issue around a specific emotion. Your liver is affected by anger. And so it starts to what we call poison your liver when you get angry, which can pollute your blood. Anger pollutes our blood, physically pollutes our blood, physiologically makes our blood less clean and less healthy. And so then fear attacks your kidneys, right? Grief attacks your chest. For unforgiveness attacks your heart. And so on and so forth. So when we twist, we're twisting all of the internal organs, like the gallbladder, your inability to let something go, right? And so we're just kind of twisting so that we can work things out, because sometimes people don't even know what the hell might be the problem, right? They don't even know where to start. So breath is something that allows us just to start moving stuff, which in that twisting one, which is a very common occurrence, people start to cry. So, or get upset or very angry at me. And so it's just, it's normal and natural.
I just got lightheaded.
Yeah, you get really lightheaded, right? Because your blood is being oxygenated at a much faster pace than a normal breath, right? So what we know is that most people take between 12 and 20 breaths per minute. And that means anything over 10 is a state of stress. And so we don't have enough oxygen in our blood, meaning we don't have enough oxygen in our brain. And so we have less mental clarity. We make really bad decisions from that place. And because the blood isn't oxygenated, we are less healthy physically. Yeah. And so this kind of breath work oxygenates the blood really rapidly, but it also detoxes the blood very rapidly, which is, again, the lightheadedness. So, yeah.
Nice.
All right. Cool. Yay. All right. Number one down. Okay, so now we're going to do a mudra or a hand posture that we call chronic fatigue mudra, meaning if you're feeling really run down or depleted and you don't have what we consider vital energy, like the energy that sustains us through the day, and you're having like that 2 to 4 p.m. crash, this is a good one. So you interlace your fingers, and then you'll extend your pinkies up together, your index up together, and then you'll cross your thumbs. And it doesn't matter which thumb is on top, right? So then we just sit like this. So this is called chronic fatigue mudra. You can do the mudra without a breath anytime you're feeling like you're lacking energy. It actually works. You need to hold it for at least 1 minute, but 1 to 3 minutes is good. So what we're going to try and do is get all of the stagnant, stuck energy out of the body, that which keeps us from wanting to move forward, and any self-limiting beliefs, right? So we move between the third eye and the heart. As we inhale through the nose, we take the hands up towards the third eye or the eyebrow center. And as we exhale through an O-shaped mouth and pull down to the heart. Okay, so, right. So we're moving constantly between the third eye and the heart, the third eye and the heart. The emphasis is on the exhalation as you pull down. So it looks like this. Okay, like a jackhammer almost. And so the reason this movement is powerful and the focusing on the exhalation is that when we exhale, your exhalation is linked to fear. So as we're exhaling, we're really powerfully letting go of anything that's stuck in us that we might have picked up because we were afraid or we were acting out of fear. Okay. Also, the jackhammer motion is kind of like the visualization of pounding the issues into the ground and giving them back to where they came from. So it's letting go of what doesn't serve us, right? So just kind of cleaning house, really. Okay? And anytime you exhale from an O-shaped mouth, you're working on your thyroid gland. And the thyroid gland, right, is responsible for hormonal production and hormonal balance. And so we're trying to bring harmony back into the thyroid so that our hormones are balanced. So this is a good one. So again, right, it's whatever pace works for you. We try and keep a very specific pace. But again, it's whatever anybody can manage. So you can do it really, really slow or very, very fast. It depends on how you're feeling. And so I'll put the song on so that we can. So with this particular music, it looks like this. And if you get really lightheaded, you're going to stop. And you're going to go really slow because we want to make sure that your vagus nerve isn't overstimulated. Because if your vagus nerve is overstimulated, it will kick in its protective mechanism and you'll pass out. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. All right.
Okay.
All right. So chronic fatigue mudra to get rid of all the junk that we don't need. And on a count of 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. 20 seconds left. Five, 6, 7, 8. We bring it down to the heart. You take a deep inhale, fill all the way up. Hold the breath, inhale a little bit more. Hold the breath and smile so that the brain knows you're okay. Exhale. Good. We're going to inhale, reach up then. And then to ground ourselves, we come forward and we touch the floor just to get the head below the heart. Good. And you just breathe here, deeply breathe here so that the back fills up. And then inhale and then exhale, come up. You okay?
Yeah. I was getting a
Okay.
stomach cramp.
Oh, as you were coming forward, a stomach. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably because the twisting went into the.
Well, it's my body. I'm a week before my show. So.
Oh, yeah. So, oh my gosh, your body's like, what are you doing to me right now?
Hey, it probably needs it.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do one more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to take your hands in what we call the healthy heart mudra. If somebody has a physical heart condition, this hand posture alone will strengthen their heart. And it's also, if you ever witness somebody having a heart attack, it will stop the heart attack long enough to get them to the hospital. And I've actually seen it in action twice in my life. So you take your index finger down, and then you touch your thumb to your middle and your ring fingers, and you leave your pinkies up, right? So it's index down, thumb to the middle, and the ring finger. So this is called healthy heart, but this is also a heart mudra for our emotional heart. So if we're holding on to anything that's weighing heavily in our heart space, unforgiveness, grief, loss, right? The feeling of not being worthy, all of that affects our heart space. And so this is a mudra that helps move that out, or that can calm the overwhelm of emotion. But we're going to do what's called getting it out of the body, meaning letting it all go. And also, this is a particular breath that works on busting through blockages, whether it be mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. Okay. So what happens is we alternate our arms as we exhale through an O-shaped mouth. Okay, so we're still working on the chest because we're trying to release the emotions that sit in the upper chest. So we're trying to free ourselves, almost liberate our own hearts from the prison of emotion and guilt and shame that we've held on to, no matter what it's about. And maybe we don't even know what it's about, but we know that we hold a lot of stress in the upper body. So this is helpful to get it out of the shoulders and the heart. Okay, so again, it's just rhythmically, but it's going to be slow because it's not a fast-paced breath that we do with the heart mudra, because sometimes it can be too much for the heart and start to make the blood pressure go up. So we don't want that to Unless you've been doing it with me for like a while, we'll go really fast, but
I know you're like really good. When I was doing this one, I'm like, I have to slow down.
yeah. So that's it. Like your body will tell you what you can handle and what you can't handle. And that's everybody. That's my rule for everybody. If I go at a certain pace, that is not the pace for everybody. That's the pace that we want to get to. Right. Okay. So we know that when we're able to do that pace for a minute, we've done some really good cleaning out and we've done some really good strengthening of our heart and our lungs. Okay. Yeah. So it's not that everyone off the bat would do that. That is not what we're ever looking for. Okay. I'm looking to see, like, can you get it? And some people have to stop completely, right? It's too much. It's so funny because we're just breathing, but it's like, it's powerful. Yeah, it is a lot. And we don't breathe this way normally. Yeah. So, okay. So we're in our healthy heart mudra, index down, thumb to the middle in the ring. And it just looks like this. It's an exhale every time, which is considered dragon's breath. We call it dragon's breath. And dragon's breath is where we definitely clean the blood and the skin gets clear through this kind of breathing. Okay? All right. So on a count of 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. This breath also works on strengthening your nervous system so that you're less reactive when something stresses you out or you get upset. "30 seconds left. Eight more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then we bring both hands to the shoulders. Take a deep inhale, fill all the way up, belly, chest, throat. Hold the breath, smile. Exhale. Good. And then we shake our hands up. You okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Is there anything like that you need, like that you feel that would be helpful for you this week? Like, because you're 2 weeks out of the show, the show. Anything that might be helpful?
Actually, what we just did, I don't know if you've seen that. I've been dealing with the bout of shingles.
Right.
So, yeah. But you're going to die laughing. So I've been taking my antiviral from the doctor, but I've also been taking ivermectin.
Yep.
And I have not gotten any of the pain.
That's amazing. Yeah.
So, yeah. But just my nervous system gets tapped, and it usually does about this time for my shows. But I've also been dealing with a lot of like stress on top of that. Right. But no, I mean, we did it with that. Okay. So
yeah. Okay. So just so you know, it's like a really quick tool for stress.
Yeah.
We call it flicking stress out of our body. And it's your thumb to your middle finger. And whenever you feel your stress level go up, you can say the sound internally, mentally, or physically out loud. And the sound is har, H-A-R, which is a word in a language called Gurmukhi, which is considered a power word. And har means creativity or infinite creativity. And so when we say har, it's to get anything out of us that isn't of us. So anything that's limiting to us. So as we do that, we flick our middle finger and we go har, 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 or even in your mind, but you can do it while your arms are down. They don't have to be up. But anytime you feel yourself stressed, if you flick your middle finger, it will move it out, whatever the issue is that's causing the stress at the moment. And it's really good for your nervous system. Like to
instead of flipping somebody off, I could just go har, 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 har.
Yes. So now when you see them, you can go har, har. They won't know, but you'll know you're flicking them away from you.
I love you, Nicole.
You're flicking them away instead of flicking them off. It's a much better way. Do you know, like this is your little known fact Friday here. You can use.
Yes.
Do you know why the middle finger is used to flip somebody off?
Why?
Okay, so energetically, all of your fingers, like in meridian theory, in Chinese medicine, and in Ayurvedic medicine, your fingers all hold a specific energy, right? And so your middle finger is linked to what is called karma, right? Karma is the righting of a wrong. So we flipped somebody off. Somebody was very, very conscious of why this became a symbol of, trying to get somebody away from you, is that the person has done something that we find offensive, or that we find like, just why would you do that? So you flip them off. So you're asking karma to speed up on them, meaning that they get what they just gave back to them very quickly. And so it can look unpleasant for them for a while, which is why you give the middle finger. So I tell everybody, it's not a nice thing to wish karma to speed up on anybody, because life can get ugly. But yeah, and then karma comes back, right? So we just wish karma. So I tell everybody, flick them just like you did, or you give them the first finger, because the first finger is for abundance.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first finger is abundance. You can just, and so, you can flick or give them the first finger. Okay. So that's why.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you something. I'm going to close this out and thank everybody. And again, please rate, review, and share this. But I want to ask you, can you hold on for a moment?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to stop it.
Yep.
And then I actually want to pick up again. If you don't mind, you're going to be on my podcast 3 times in a row.
Okay.
But I did want to talk maybe briefly, 15, 20 minutes on Ayurveda.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, no, not at all. Yeah,
okay.
Not at all.
Because I've had this on my podcast before, but not a virtual podcast. And I thought, well, maybe you and I could just briefly talk about it a little bit with the breathing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So I want you guys to check out Nicole. She's been on my podcast before. You can go back and check her out, but we'll have all her information, and I will also link everything that she's going to start doing virtually online as well. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in. Well, guys, that's a wrap for another episode of Own Your Own Shit. Now that this is half the battle, owning your shit allows you the freedom to create something even better in your life. Getting out of your own way, it doesn't have to be lonely. Making sure to follow me for more advice. Follow me on every social media platform at Jenn Carrasco. My Instagram is Jenn Carrasco with 2 underscores. Find me on Facebook at the same name. And of course, share the episode with friends who need some help in the tough times, and typically helping them to own their shit. So with that being said, see you guys next week.